Today, on our Unknown Heroes series, we throw the spotlight on one man who has lived and built a business right from the scratch, right here in Takoradi.
Going into business is not a joke. You have to know that going into business it's a committed area. You have to be committed to it.
Tell us about what Lephirm does.
Okay, so Lephirm, we provide business development solutions. So, and then we do business management service, not necessarily doing it for money, but with the motive that your business will grow.
Okay.
As your business grow, that means I will also grow alongside with you.
Yeah.
So once I am able to do that, I get fulfilled. But after that 2 years, if you are able to stand that 2 years, I bet you'll be able to do it. And it's all about commitment. Yes, commitment. Getting committed to what you want to do. Yes, you would have to come all out.
Hello guys, welcome to TIC Hub. Today on our Unknown Heroes series, we throw the spotlight on one man who has lived and built a business right from the scratch, right here in Takoradi. He's no other person than Mr. Edward Juenchi. Welcome, Mr. Edward Juenchi.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity.
Thank you. How have you been?
Very well, thank you.
Great. So let's talk about who Mr. Edward Juenchi is.
Okay. As you rightly said, my full name is Edward Otu Yirenchi. I was born in Takoradi in a family of 4, 3 boys and 1 girl.
Okay.
I am the last of all. Yes. So basically, I lived my whole life in Takoradi, virtually.
Okay.
Schooled in Takoradi, worked in Takoradi. Even if I will step out of Takoradi, then it means for some few months, then I will come back.
Right.
So virtually everything that I have done is in Takoradi.
Great. So Takoradi, where exactly were you born? Where do you live? In Takoradi, where exactly?
Okay. Takoradi, we lived around the Accra station. That is where we lived from childhood, and then later my mother had to leave the place, so we relocated to another place in Takoradi. But later we all dispersed out. So I have my other siblings outside Takoradi, but I am still in Takoradi.
Great. So still on family. Who were your parents? How did they influence? How you grew up with your siblings and all that? Yeah.
Okay, growing up, with me personally, I did not meet my father because per what I was told, he died before I was born. So growing up, it was virtually a single mother taking care of 3 guys and then a lady. So growing up, it's virtually mother.
Wow.
Wow. Nothing like father.
So without a father figure in your life, did that affect you in any way? Your upbringing, education?
Not at all. Not at all. There wasn't any single moment that his thoughts even crossed my mind, because our mother was that tough. So she was playing the 2 roles as if there was nothing.
So there was nothing missing at all?
There was nothing, there wasn't anything.
Great. So in Takoradi, let's talk about education.
Yes.
Where did you start school from?
Okay, so I started from Presby Primary School.
Okay.
Then from there I went to St. Mary's. Then I continued to Poly to do diploma. Then started work with Rainbow International Hotel. I worked there for 9 years. Then went back to school for my degree with UCC. Then I later started work again. Later then I had to go for my master's, which we are here now.
What do you think has been your inspiration, like getting into accounting? Because we all know that mathematics and bookkeeping has been a bit of a headache for a lot of people, but for you, it seems to be your passion.
Yeah.
What do you think has been a secret?
So from infancy, my mother was a trader.
Okay.
So I was helping her in keeping her books, that is keeping her records, writing customers that are owing, that have not paid, and all those things, keeping track of all those things. So that was what I was doing from my infancy, and I decided to continue it.
Okay, so it means that from your dealership with Globe, you moved to start Lephirm.
Yes.
Company.
Yes.
Tell us about Lephirm.
So Lephirm is a limited liability company established in Ghana. It was established with two of my colleagues. We all completed UCC. So we decided that, okay, after school, the other two were working, but I was still doing this bookkeeping thing. So I discussed it with them that, Charlie, this is what I'm doing, and I believe that if we put heads together, we can see this through to another level. Okay. So they agreed with me, and then we started it from there. But for all along, I have been doing it full time. They come in and go as and when. So we do a lot of discussions behind the scenes. So they do.
So we at CIC have really do believe in Ghana. We do believe that everything is possible in Ghana. We believe that we can build businesses here and sustain them. And we must say that we are really proud of what you are doing. Still on Lephirm, tell us why the name Lephirm? What's the meaning? Because I think those out there may be thinking it's just the spelling is F-I-R-M, but it's not.
Yes. You see, the name came about because we'll be dealing with firms. Okay. Handling firms, if you use the simple spelling as F-I, it wouldn't give it any touch. So I said, okay, why not the firm? Let's look at the pronunciation. If we use PH to replace the F, the pronunciation is basically the same. Okay, then instead of the THE being the D, let's use a French word to represent it. And that was how the name came about.
Great. So for how many years has Lephirm been in existence?
It's been in existence for 6 years now.
For 6 years running.
Yes,
great.
Yes.
And how many staff? Permanent staff now?
Permanent staff, we have 4.
4.
Yes.
Great. And we are hoping that a lot more will be added on very soon.
Sure.
Tell us about what Lephirm does. What do you do?
Okay, so Lephirm, we provide business development solutions. So, and then we do business management services. We do accounting services, audit services. We do, normally we call it audit and investigation services. And then we come to tax consultancy services. And then support new businesses that are coming up with advice, and then how to carry out your responsibilities as you want to set up.
Great. So for the past 6 years, how many clients can you say on top of your head? How many clients are on your portfolio? So
put together, we are looking at a little above 60.
Great. All of them based in Takoradi or outside Takoradi?
I have few of them outside Takoradi. Okay. Yes, but mainly most of them are in Takoradi.
Great. So, would you say that you have competitors right in Takoradi?
Yeah, sure. I have quite a number of them.
What is the competitive edge? What do you think you do, or what do you think you have that they don't have?
Okay.
Or that makes you stand out?
Okay, I would say that with me, I would always put myself in the shoes of the the entrepreneur.
Great.
Okay, and then try to understand your business. Not just come in to do the books and go. No, I would have to understand your work and put myself in your work that you do. Then I add an extra mile to it. What ordinary or other firm would not do, I do it, but not necessarily doing it for money, but with the motive that your business will grow.
Okay.
As your business grow, that means I will also grow alongside with you.
Great.
So once I am able to do that, I get fulfilled. That is what I encourage me every day to do the work.
Has it been difficult building a business in Takoradi?
Building a business in Takoradi, I wouldn't say it has been that difficult, but it's all about persistence, and then you have to be consistent. You have to be patient, and then you take it through. If you do it outwardly, it wouldn't work. If you have to concentrate on it and make sure you do it well to the latter end. It will be.
So what would you say is the main hurdle for one to jump in case they want to set up a business in Takoradi?
One main thing will be a research. Because mostly businesses that want to come to Takoradi, quite a number of them don't do the research.
They don't do the market survey.
They don't do the market survey. They might think what is happening elsewhere
should happen
here. The market, if let's say you are coming from Accra, you can't compare Accra patronage to Takoradi patronage. Takoradi patronage is a different ballgame altogether. So you have to study the system and then understand the native that are in it, and then you will be able to come up well. Because if not, you will come and then set it up within the very few years to come. You will fold up because the patronage wouldn't be there. When you come, Takoradi likes fresh things. So when you come at fresh, you get them, they will jump on it. Within a month or two, you see them going back. So if you don't do your things well, they will jump at you, and then when they come and they don't get what they are looking for, they will just withdraw back, and then that will be all. Yes. But if you are able to do your things right, they will come and then they will stay. They will continue to come.
Great.
Because you've been able to satisfy them.
So still talking about Lephirm, who are some of the partners who you want to acknowledge?
And we have another one called Planeta Consulting, and then another Kenafo and Associates. We have a foreign partner that is QuickBooks Intuit. So in Ghana, we are one of the few certified providers of QuickBooks solutions.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. What is the future like for Lephirm?
So Lephirm, we see ourselves in the next 10 years being one of the big firms in Ghana. One of the big firms, as we now call them the big five or something.
Okay.
We will be part of them.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
See ourselves.
Do you think that are there laid down plans to have that achieved?
Yes, sure.
And would you want to share some of them?
Just to share a few. For now, as we have moved from, we used to be in one room. Now we've moved here, which we have a training room.
Okay, we'll talk about the transition from that. Yeah, we'll talk about that very soon.
Yeah. So that is part of the plan. We are moving in that direction.
Great.
Our next step is from here. Then we are targeting our own establishment, our own block.
Great.
Then we look at going through other regions, and then we would.
Great.
Great.
So let's talk about the transition.
Yes.
Starting in a small space and then now moving to this big space here. How has it been like? Has all of this occurred within the 6 years?
Yes. So we had our plans that we had to grow the business to a certain level. Then we will be able to move it to another stage, and that is where we are now. We've been in this block roughly just about a year.
Great.
Roughly just about a year.
Great. So still on the business. What do you think has been the major challenge for you over the years? What has been the major challenge for Lephirm? In this 6 year span?
The major challenge has been coming in and out. Coming in and out in a sense that I have a family who I have to take care of, okay, and you not having, let me put it this way, a constant revenue or revenue source. It's a problem. You get it? So sometimes you would get some contracts a year or two, you would have to go because there you are short of that revenue coming in. But at least when you go, you still have to come back because this is something that you are nurturing. You can't let it go like that. You will still have to come back. And it has come with a lot of challenges, sacrifices. Yes, because I have my senior siblings that are heading other establishments. They offered me job in those establishments, but I turned it down and I said no, I still had to build this because I believed it will work. And thanks to a very wonderful wife who has stood behind me throughout this, and it has been awesome. Yes.
So, talking about your wife, what was her reaction when you decided to quit your job, which was giving you revenue, a stable income, to do something on your own and all that? Like, what was her reaction?
She did not take it lightly. Yes, she wasn't happy about it. Yes, but I told her that we will still go through it. We would go through it. She should just trust me, and we will definitely go past this phase. It is just a phase that we will definitely go past, and she should just be patient.
And has it been profitable? Has it been worthwhile? Looking back?
Yeah, looking back, and then sometimes I talk to her about it, and then we laugh over it. She remembers most of it. You see, ladies will remember a lot of the details, things that really happened there, but we guys might sometimes, but she collects some of the transactions that happened, what we went through, and then it's been wonderful, and I would say it's by grace. It's by grace. By grace, yes. It's by grace.
Great. So still talking about the business. You do a lot with entrepreneurs, say one-man businesses, and others which are partners and all that. What would you say is one challenge most Ghanaian entrepreneurs face?
So Ghanaian entrepreneurs mostly will start business not taking into account their bookkeeping, taking for granted our tax system. They don't even recognize it. They will just not. So it is only when there has been an investment in their establishment, or when GRA has caught up with them not doing the right things and then they are surcharged. That is where you get them having challenges, and then mostly you get most of the companies are not able to come back to their feet because the surcharges that will come, they are strong, they are huge fines, and it's mostly kill them. And because they don't take account of all those things, their pricing and their cost structure in pricing their products and everything, all those things are not factored in, and they might think they are working, but in reality, when you put paper and pen, you will see that they are just there, they are not doing anything.
Okay, so it means that most Ghanaian entrepreneurs don't pay their taxes.
Most of them, they don't, not that they don't pay, but they don't take it seriously.
Okay.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, it affects whatever they do.
Yes.
So when Jairus begins to chase them and all that.
Yes.
Great. So what would you advise? What advice would you give upcoming entrepreneurs or up and coming entrepreneurs and those who are about starting a new business, those who want to register a new business and all that? What's that single advice you'd give them?
I would say that if you want to go into business, going into business is not a joke. You have to know that going into business, it's a committed area. You have to be committed to it. And through to it, you would have to research into whatever you want to do. Next, you would have to speak with the experts when it comes to taxes, the accounting bits and everything, because you would go out there, look for money, but that money has to be safeguarded, and it has to be safeguarded by an expert. Starting a business wouldn't mean that you would have to hire an accountant per se, sort of. You can contact us, and we will provide that service for you.
So it means that entrepreneurs don't necessarily need to hire accountants.
No.
But firms like
Lephirm, we come in, we take care of your accounting, we would handle your books and everything, and that is even less costly because when you pick an employee, you will pay SNET, you will pay a lot of entitlements for them. But with us, you pay the charge, our service charge, and that is all. And we would make sure you take care of the withholding taxes and everything. So it is raw expenditure that doesn't come with any additional cost at the end of the day. Yes.
So Lephirm, how do you attract clients? How do you have a marketing strategy in place? Do you focus solely on recommendations and referrals? How do you get your clients?
So now, previously we've been relying on referral.
Okay.
And with the clients that we have, I think about 80% are referrals. Referrals from clients, referrals from other institutions, because they've seen how we help our clients in trying to comply with their rules that they have to. So previously that's what we've been relying on, and now we are looking at going into social media, sort of helping our taxpayers. I will call them taxpayers because the focus is on the companies that will pay the taxes, and that is where we come in. So we created a platform that we will put there updates concerning the tax system, any new thing that will come up, we put it there, and then we will organize seminars for the businesses. Even though if you are a client or not, we you are invited to come. Then we give that talk and all those things so that we would all be able to help each other for the companies in Takoradi especially to be able to grow.
Great. So still on the business of Lephirm. You spoke about you doing you rendering services like auditing, and all that. Your clients are all of them in one industry, or they span across so many industries?
Oh, they span across. So we have the hotel industry. We come to the pharmaceutical. We have clients there. You come to the academic sector like schools. We have clients that are also managing schools. You come to general merchants. When you come look at other businesses, those that our women at market circle, those that sell normal, the micro.
So you can render service to all of those?
Oh, yes. We have all those people. We have a quite number of them that we visit periodically, help them to keep their books.
So talking about these micro businesses, do you think the taxation system of Ghana, do you think it really works? Do you think we've been able to mop up enough of our taxes or all of our taxes, or you think there's still a lot more work?
There is a lot of more work that has to be done. There is a lot more. Even though I would say GRA is trying their possible best. Right?
Now they have the NAPU personnel, some of them going to the field.
Yes. And there's still room for improvement. There's a lot more that can be done, because I would say a quite number of people are not paying, and they are there, they are in the system. And once GRA steps out there, I believe they will get all of them. And sometimes you see it becomes a challenge for the businesses, because one will feel cheated, because if I'm selling A and another person is also selling A, that person is not registered, but we are in the same market. We are
the same product
at the same price, and I'm to pay a percentage of it as tax. Sometimes makes it very difficult for those micro enterprises. That is a huge challenge for them, and they find it difficult coming out to say that this is the person or that is the person, because they feel that when they do that, they are just being something, but they don't want to do that. But I believe when GRA steps out there, they will get them. They are all out there. They will get them.
Great. So now your family, you have a wife. How many kids?
One girl.
Just a girl.
Yes.
Do you foresee your girl taking after you, maybe being an accountant as well?
Yeah. Sure. Because that's what she's doing in school now.
Great.
Yeah, she's at Holy Child in her final year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she comes around anytime she's on vacation. I work with her.
Great.
Yeah, she normally goes around
and
start doing the work.
Great.
So she definitely.
And what do you think? What do you think has been one value that has kept you and your family together? I mean, trying to build a business, and all that, all the trials of life. What do you think has been one value that has really kept you together as a family?
I think there is trust.
Trust.
Yes, trust. Yes, trust.
Great.
Trust.
Great.
Trust has been a very key issue, because me moving out, I move out, meet all kinds of people, women, all kinds. Okay, and as part of my work, I do trainings. I do training. Most of it are one-on-one, moving to people's office and all. Yes. So trust has been one major thing, and then God's grace.
Great.
Grace.
Great. So, if there's anyone out there watching you today, they want to be like you. They want to also start their business right here in Ghana, right here in Takoradi. What advice would you give them? Is it difficult? Is it easy? Is it worthwhile? You think it's worth quitting their jobs to start their own? What advice would you give them?
What I would say is that nothing good comes easy. Okay, and if you have the passion for what you are doing, I would say you can quit your job and then go into what you want to do. But if you don't have the passion, then I will tell you to forget it, because starting it, and I tell my other colleagues that starting a business, I will tell you for the first 2 years, you go through struggles. You will go through struggles. That it's not. I will not lie. You would go through it, through your family side, the work and everything. It is tough. But after that 2 years, if you are able to stand that 2 years, I bet you'll be able to do it. And it's all about commitment.
Commitment.
Yes, commitment. Getting committed to what you want to do. Yes, you would have to come all out. You don't do it like as if you want to do it, as if you don't want to do it, like lukewarm attitude. No, you don't use that attitude into business. No. Going into it, you go into it fully and get committed to everything that you do. And trust me, you'll be able to succeed.
Good.
In Takoradi, we have businesses that have been in Takoradi for a very long time, and they are still running. So if somebody will tell you that Takoradi here is not possible, then that's a lie. Takoradi, it is possible. It is very, very possible. But it is not for the lazy ones. You have to be. You have to work for it.
So let's talk a little bit about education even more. In St. Mary's Secondary School, what did you study?
St. Mary's, I did general arts with elective math as part of my electives. That is elective math, economics, and then geography. That's what I did. Yes.
How was St. Mary's like back in the day? How did it influence who you are? You think who you are today? How do you think how that influenced you?
St. Mary's, I had a very good foundation there. It gave me some level of toughness, because way back St. Mary's, you go to St. Mary's, it's a tough area. You had all kinds of people there. So if you don't take care, you might copy some kind of attitude. But like I said, our mother was very tough, so you wouldn't veer off from your main focus. So the school had a great impact on me.
Okay. So from St. Mary's went to Poly.
Yes.
Which year was this?
The year I would not remember though, but it was I think somewhere around 1998 or so. About yes.
Great.
98 thereabout.
Great. So you spent about 2 or 3 years in Poly.
Yes.
Great. Studying what?
Studying accounting.
Studying accounting.
Yes.
From Poly, you went to
UCC.
Yeah. Which year was that?
That I wouldn't remember clearly, but that was also a distance course, because then I was working and then schooling at the same time. So I wouldn't remember that year clearly. But
so from Poly, you did your master. From Poly, went to UCC.
Yes.
After UCC, you did your masters. Which year was this?
The masters I completed just last year.
Just last year.
Yes, last year.
Great. So done with. After talking about your education, now let's talk about career. You started work after Poly.
Yes.
Rainbow Hotel.
Yes.
Tell us about Rainbow Hotel and what you were doing exactly there.
Rainbow, I started as an account officer, and then Rainbow had 6 rooms. If you've been to Rainbow now, There's
been massive improvement.
Seriously, because as at the time I was leaving, we had about 50 rooms when I was leaving. But then when I started, there was just about 6. We didn't have a restaurant. For restaurants, we were picking our restaurant. If you lodge there and you request for food, we go to then Maggie Guest House.
Okay.
Yes. They will prepare the meal and then we'll bring it to you at the hotel. Okay. So Rebo, we started Rebo from the onset. And then it got to a point I said I have worked there for long. That is
for how many years?
For 9 years.
For 9 years.
Yes, I worked with Rebo. Yes.
Right. So at Rebo, what specifically was your role there?
So as I said, I was employed as an account officer. Just after a year, the accountant had a new job, so he had to leave. Okay. So I stepped in as the accountant from there. So from there, I was the accountant till I left.
Great. The hotel. Yes. Great. So after Rebo Hotel, where next? Where did you head towards?
So from Rebo Hotel, I joined an ISP company called Certified Technology Services.
Okay, so it's an internet service provider.
Yes, it's an internet service provider. Yes.
Still as an accountant?
Still as an accountant. Yes.
Great. For how long?
There I was for 3 years.
For 3 years.
For 3 years. Yes.
Great. So after the ISP, where did you head towards?
So after the ISP, during the ISP with that company, there I started doing this bookkeeping with the micro businesses. That was where I started. So doing those works. So when I left, I came to do those work, continuing to do those petty works, helping small businesses to do their books and that. So that was what I started doing. And then I joined a group of 3 to go in for Glow. Then Glow had come to Ghana, so they needed a dealership. So I joined another group. Then we went for the dealership. I was with them for 2 years. Then I stepped out to come back to concentrate on the bookkeeping itself. So during the Glow time, that was when I rented an office at Collins Avenue. It's a 1-room store that we used during the Glow time to sell recharge cards and all those things. So when I decided that I would have to come back to what I have been doing, that was where we started from with 2 other colleagues of mine from school.
So for our viewers out there who want to require services to do one thing or another for them, can you give them any contact details of where they can find you in Takoradi online if they want to reach you out? How possible could they get you?
They can reach us out through a mobile line, which is 054 229 6272. Okay, and then
can you take the number again?
054 yes 229
62
37.
So for our viewers out there, the numbers will be scrolling down the screen, so you can take that and we jump out.
And then another line 050 290 62 72.
Do you have any social media pages?
Social media pages, we are on Twitter. Yes, and then Instagram. Instagram is Lephirm _GH. And then we are on Facebook. Lephirm Limited.
Great. And Twitter as well?
Twitter as well.